This is an 8 by 10 canvas, I believe. Let's have a quick measure. 12, he says, lying already. So 8, almost like a 9 by 12, and I'm going to be painting portrait this time. So it's just a shallow gallery wrap canvas. It's pre-gessoed. So, but I am going to be using gesso with a little bit of colour to create the background. Now I have Dina Wakley turquoise, so I'm going to add a little bit of turquoise into the background, and then I'm going to grab the pot of gesso, and then I'm just going to mix those colours onto the canvas. To get a little bit more of that white on there. I don't want to contaminate the gesso, I just want to move that gesso into the blue. Just kind of fade that out up there, and then bring that white, remembering the sides. A bit more white gesso. Of course, you could use white acrylic paint for this, but gesso is just as good. Just add a little bit more of that blue into the paint at the bottom, just to kind of give it more of a blended feel. And it is only very light, so I'm not going to put a lot in. A bit more up top. Is my turquoise running out? Surely not. Let's just leave that there for a second. Let's just work that nice kind of turquoisey blue in. Go right across there, and then just remember to get the bits at the bottom and down the sides too. So let's just give that a shake down. That's it. That's the one. And just gently blend that into the background, and then we have a nice kind of deeper blue. And again, remembering the sides. I can hold the canvas, obviously, because it's not wet up there. And we've got a nice kind of transition from light to dark with some nice little white stripy bits. Just a little bit more white up there just to blend that in. And then I'm going to bring in a darker blue, so this is Ocean. Move that down, and then just add some of that across the top. And then just using the same brush, just move that gesso out. In fact, let me turn this round so we can actually see it better. So start with the dark blue at the top. Going to need plenty more up there. To leave the lid off. Make sure I get the top of the canvas. I love this ocean blue. And then I can start to blend the two together, not forgetting the top. Make sure I get it all. And then add a little bit more. And I'm going to grab that turquoise again, put some more of that on there, and then we can begin that kind of blending process between the two. Tad more turquoise over here. So while that's still kind of wet, drop some more of that darker blue and blend that down a bit further. Maybe a bit more. Remember to get the outsides as well. That's better. Happier with that. Okay, so I'll just wash my brushes, put the lid back on my paint, and give that a quick blast with a heat gun. Okay, so there's the canvas now, all nice and dry. Got a nice kind of blended bluey ombre effect for the background. Remember to do the sides so that we have a nice kind of consistent look. The book there is just to sit in that recess so that when I press down, it's not going to dip down too far. So I've got something that gives me some pressure that I can push down on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to draw my main focal point, my main image for this canvas. Now, to do that, I'm going to do it using a charcoal pencil because I want to paint over the top, but I need to sketch it out first. So I've kind of created a template for it, so I know where it's going to fit. So the best thing for this to do, because it's going to take quite a while to draw out and then start painting, is I'm probably going to put this on fast forward and play some music. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to very quickly start drawing out my shape that I want and where I want to place it. So it's literally just going to be a case of draw it out very, very lightly using a light charcoal pencil. This is a Derwent charcoal pencil and it is light, it's not heavy. So here we go. So I'm going to start drawing my character out now. And like I said, I'm not going to go really, really heavy with it. So off with the music. Okay, so I've got my main character drawn out on the canvas, and now I can begin to add the paint and the colour. So for that, I'm going to switch over to some smaller brushes now, and I'm going to bring in the other colours that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using the ruby, I'm going to be using the white, and probably just a little bit of the lemon, just to kind of build in the base of the colours that I want on there. So I'm going to grab some smaller brushes. So small brush, small detail brush, and an even smaller, tiny little nibbed brush there. I'm probably going to grab a couple of water brushes as well, but without any water, because they've got more controllable nibs and they're a bit sturdier to use. So again, I'm going to start building up the colour. Hopefully I won't make a complete hash of it, and off we go. Okay, so I think I've got the majority of the paint down there that I want now. So all I need to do for the time being is just pop some paints away. I need to clear all this away, and then I'm ready, or will be ready, to carry on with the next step. Okay, so I've had nice clean up and a tidy up, and now I'm going to bring out my Pigma Micron number 5. So this is a very, very fine point black archival ink pen, and I'm now going to start adding in some detail. I need that book. Put it back underneath just to give me a bit of stability, so I can now start adding in some fine line detailing just to finish off. Make sure I've got one that's working. So this just adds in all those little bits of detail that you can't really get in with a brush. Little bits of definition. I'm just going to quickly swap over to the white Signo Broad pen. And just give him a couple of little white eyebrows. Okay, so then we can carry on adding in that detail. This is just very subtle, but it just helps to break up and differentiate I may have to swap pen. I'm not sure whether or not this one is kind of doing the job it's supposed to. It feels like it's doing alright. So I will carry on just adding in these kind of little black lines. And I will join with you back at the end when I've done. Okay, so that has just added in just that little bit extra definition and fine line, and just to kind of finish him off a little bit. Now, I may just add in a little bit more white paint towards the bottom here, just to kind of ground him in place. So next step, I need to add in some stenciling. So for that I have an indigo blue stencil. This one says sparkle, glisten, Snow White, Jingle Bells, and obviously Christmas. I've actually just covered those over with some masking tape, because I just want to add the word Christmas down there in white paint. So I'm going to grab a big blob of white paint there, and I do have somewhere a cosmetic sponge. I really need to replace these because I'm nearly completely out. Excuse the shaking. Did that make the camera wobble then? And then I'm going to just pick up some white paint and then just go over. Now the beauty of this is that I can do it 2 or 3 times. Dry it, go back, hold it, and then add another layer. Try not to burn my fingers though. Keep layering on the paint. Okay, give it a quick blast. And then one more time. I think that'll do. And of course, it's not going to be complete without some snowfall. So I have my brush. I've got a white paint there already. So let's just add some water. And let's create some snowflakes. Actually, I think I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to do any more. I actually like that.